Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Black Enterprises Inside the Studio. I'm your host, Jeroslyn Jovan. Today, we're going inside E's newest reality competition series, House of Villains. The show sees 10 of the biggest, baddest, and most boisterous reality TV villains push their limits in a series of high stakes contests, with only one walking away $200,000 richer and with the elite title of America's Ultimate Supervillain. We sat down with cast members Omarosa, Tiffany New York Pollard, Tanisha Thomas, and Bobby Lytes to hear more about their experiences on the explosive new show. The Queen Omarosa.
Hi, come through, ponytail.
How are you? How are you
I'm
doing?
good. I am great, actually.
Yes, you look great.
Thank you.
I'm getting this glow, this radiating energy from you. Where is this coming from?
It's just coming from a good place, I have been blessed beyond measure. I have an incredible family, a wonderful husband, handsome, smart, and a good community of people around me. So I'm in a really good place.
That's what it's about, that foundation.
Yes.
So now, you're on the inaugural season of House of Villains. What was this filming experience like for you compared to past show appearances that you've been on?
Well, I'm celebrating 20 years in the business. We shot The Apprentice in September of 2003.
Wow.
So this is literally 20 years from the day that I started on my first reality show. So I thought a great way to kind of, honor that anniversary was to go back to my roots. I mean, this is like old school reality, competitive reality shows, living together, mixing it up. And it's a lot of fun for the fans.
Yeah. Yes. So was it a challenge for you filming this at all?
It was because I'm in law school. So I'm in law school at Southern University Law Center. I am entering my third year. I'm a non-traditional student, so part-time. I'm also doing the JD MBA program.
Wow.
All at the same time. And shooting all day and the pressures that comes with production. And then at night, they got to go down and party. And I was in a walk-in closet. I made a makeshift desk, and I was doing all my studies. My classmates helped me through this taping because they were sending me their notes and their outlines. My professors were very supportive. So I don't recommend it. Law school and shooting a reality show that's 24/7.
But that's a testament to just your dedication and your work ethic. And we've seen that over the years in your 20 years of being in entertainment. And how does that make you feel? How do you feel about your legacy across entertainment, business, and even politics?
I think that it's important that you do what you love to do. And I have such an incredible fan base who has supported me through the last 20 years, no matter what show I'm doing, whether it's Big Brothers, The Real Life, Apprentice, Ultimate Merger. My fans have shown up and allowed me to continue to do this. It makes me feel good to be supported in that way. But I also have other interests. I'm very passionate about being an advocate and being a change maker. I loved being in politics and being where the power is and where policies are being made that impact our lives. But at the core of who I am, I'm a businesswoman, right? And so I have to say that show business is the biggest business. And if you can connect in a way that I have with people and I get to do what I love, then, it's a culmination of all the things that I get to enjoy.
Yes, most definitely. Was there anyone that you mentioned who you got along with being your roommates. Was there anyone that you butted heads with that you weren't expecting to?
I didn't know Corinne. She's a girl from The Bachelor. But what surprised me was just falling into some of these racial lines. So Corinne weaponized her tears. White women tears are very dangerous. So in the first episode, she, is kind of confrontational or whatever, and I ignore her, I rise above, and then she goes and cries. And to my surprise, the entire house rallied behind these white tears, And so I was a little surprised about the weaponization of tears, and we have to recognize what that is. And I did, and I believe that many of my housemates did, but I was just surprised that that showed up in the show, in the first episode.
Right. And you are one who can handle a conversation of that sort. One of my just all-time favorite life moments was your appearance on Bethany Frankel's show. And you said something,
you basically told her that she gets rewarded for being mediocre, while as a Black woman, you have to work much harder in order to get success. Do you feel like, and this was years ago, this was before people started putting up Black squares and saying Black Lives Matter and putting money behind, Black-owned businesses. Do you think that you were ahead of your time in saying that? And do you think that it even raised some kind of awareness for people who might not have recognized that prior?
Well, there's no question that that's present in this business. I mean, as I stated, I started in 2003. I was the only African-American woman on prime time at the time, right? I was the only Black woman on the cast. And Bethany was on a couple of seasons later. I think it was Martha Stewart Apprentice. But she was rewarded, and I'm not saying this to undermine her, because somebody rewarded her with this show, but she's just blah, right? And you have these exceptional, talented, beautiful Black women who show up and they do their thing. And, they're still trying to get a daytime show, and they're still trying to get the opportunities that they gave this woman who is, 1, not attractive, 2, not articulate, and 3, certainly not intelligent, but they rewarded her with things that she was not entitled to. And that is just a reality for us as Black women, that we watch so many people advance and we keep getting passed up, and we still have to put our chin up and stand tall and keep marching forward as those things happen. Back then, I mean, it was probably about 13 years ago, I had to call it out because I was living that in this business that does not recognize that Black girl magic doesn't give up, does not quit, and still perseveres in spite of being slighted.
And we saw, the trailer's explosive. It sounds as though someone made mention of your political past. Did you go into this expecting that? And how did you deal with the conflicts that came your way throughout this experience?
Yeah, I heard the remarks, but I'm not going to be insulted by someone who's not registered or has never voted, right? And does not participate in the political process. Like, can I be insulted by that? I think that certainly people are going to go after the biggest moments in your life, and I have been to the highest office of the land. We've been nominated for Emmys. We've shown up in places that they can't, and so they have to attack the things that they will never, ever attain. To me, that's a little bit of a compliment, right? Because, I am her, and they can't be, so you just have to kind of go with the flow, right? I'm tough-skinned.
Ooh, you are a queen. You are a queen. And you just even mentioning that you are back in school, 4th HBCU.
This is my 4th HBCU. So I started at Central State, where I was a part of the Lady Marauder volleyball team. And I was also Miss Central State. Shout out to all the HBCU queens. I went to Howard University, where I did, of course, my master's and my doctoral studies. And then for my theological studies, I went to Payne Theological, which is right in Wilberforce. And now I'm at my 4th HBCU at Southern University Law Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I'm entering my 3rd year of law school, and I'm doing a dual degree, my JD MBA program. And when I tell you I'm loving every minute of this experience, there is nothing like an HBCU law school experience.
And what are your plans with your 4th degree?
Oh, man. I have to tell you, I initially thought that I was just going to do civil rights litigation, right? I'm very much interested in constitutional law from the plaintiff's perspective. But I keep getting drawn back into entertainment law. Just even being here today, I've had 13 people ask me to represent them when I graduate. So if there's a way to balance the two worlds, to be able to do civil rights litigation and to do entertainment law, I need to figure out a way to do it because Hollywood is calling me back.
And if there's one who can do it, it's you.
Oh my God, you're so awesome.
Thank you so much, Omarosa.
Thank you. I've enjoyed this interview so much.
Hi, Tiffany. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to meet you.
Pleasure.
You have just been a staple in our lives for, I'm not trying to age you, but you've been doing it for a bit.
A million years, yes.
So what was this experience, what was this filming experience like compared to, your past appearances on different reality shows?
Well, it's so good to walk in and to have my reputation precede me. I would say, especially with a show like this, you're a house of villains. You know, people are like, okay, I don't want to mess with her. Like, we know what Tiffany is capable of.
Right.
So it actually helped me in this situation.
Speaking of which, did you go into this experience looking to break any stigmas or preconceived notions about Tiffany, New York, Pollard?
Well, absolutely not, if I'm going to be quite honest, because people already have you set up in their brain. So if they see a little bit of something, you know, throughout the experience and they could take away from it and, you know, have their opinions be formed, let them have that. Like, I'm never going to be sitting there and going, let me not say this or do it this way, because I want somebody to see something different. If they see it, they see it. If they don't, they don't.
Now, the trailer's explosive. Just from the trailer, we saw you calling someone an amphibian, whatchamacallit. Another person got called out for their past political ties. Did you go into this expecting to have to issue out so many different reads?
Well, reads for me is literally like breathing the air that I need. It has to happen, and in a situation like this, I mean, these are villains. Like, they're going to let you have it, so I might as well leave it all out in the open of how I'm feeling and what I'm going through. So, I mean, I didn't expect to have to, but at the same time, inevitable.
You know, over the years, it doesn't matter what show you're on. If there's an announcement that you're going to be on the show, everyone's like, I'm watching, I'm watching. How does it feel to have such a loyal fan base after all this time? And what do you think it is that you possess that continues to resonate with audiences today?
I feel like no matter how bad I know how to read a bitch, people can relate to me because there's also a side of vulnerability that's there. If I'm sad, y'all gonna know it. If I'm upset, y'all gonna know it too. You know, being a legend, you're not going to be 100% perfect. And I think some of those imperfections that you typically want to hide is what I'm going to show.
So we saw a little bit in the trailer, but are there any people that you butted heads with?
Yes. Oh my goodness. I feel like Johnny Bananas and I, right from jump, didn't really get along too well. Omarosa, Tanisha, Bobby. I mean, I think I had a moment with just about everybody.
Yeah, because the trailer showed some other people that you didn't name. So okay, but we're gonna say it was a them problem.
It was a them problem for sure.
Okay, not you being a common denominator plays no factor in that.
Who, me? Yeah, no, I had nothing to do with the issues in that house.
Okay, and what would you say was the biggest revelation about yourself, about probably working with others, that you got out of this?
I would say just being in a space where this is a competition and it's an elimination competition that has nothing to do with production. Like, literally, you're on your own and you're relying on your alliances to save you. That's not easy, especially when you're me and you're used to calling the shots on your show. It's like, what? You got the power to do this? Or, you know, I'm not getting all the votes, or I'm getting some votes. It's, my goodness, nerve-wracking.
It's a head game too.
Oh gosh,
mental.
Yes.
So now, looking back at all of your years in television, is there anything that you would want to do over, or are there no regrets?
I'm one of those people that don't expect anything from my past. I'm so in the here, in the moment, in the present. Like, if it happened, it was supposed to. If it didn't, it wasn't. Like, that's how I really live. I live in that space constantly. So I don't think I would have any do-overs. Even the stuff that pisses me off, like Pumpkin. It happened. It's part of my reality.
It's a part of it. It's a part of it. A very iconic part of it. And now, let's say Tiffany 20 years from now looks back on Tiffany today.
Oh gosh.
What advice would you give yourself?
Sweetheart, have the chocolate cake, have the steak and the fries with it, and be good to you.
Be good to you.
Don't take things so seriously and stop critiquing every little thing. And that's where I'm living now. So if I'm already on that road, me 20 years from now, knowing what I know now and still adopting that, oh goodness, I think I'll be unstoppable.
Hi, Bobby. Hi, Tanisha. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Beautiful. Happy to sit down with you two.
Yes.
So you're on the inaugural season of House of Villains.
Yes, inaugural season.
Okay, I love it.
Yes,
Yes.
because I'm already claiming more seasons of the show.
Of course
Yes,
it is.
me
Of
too.
course.
It's like such a vibe.
It is.
What was this filming experience like for both of you compared to your history on other shows?
Yeah. Well, for me, it was very reminiscent of Bad Girls Club, which everyone knows me from and they love, and they wanted it back, and I refused to do it. But baby, they done attach almost $250,000 as the prize, so mama had to come because my son do not eat air, okay? So, so I rolled up, and it was super different. Obviously, you know, the cast is more mature, very eclectic, very different. We're living together. I said I would never do one of those again. So it was intense and fun and raw and unedited, and I enjoyed every moment of it.
For me, everything about it was different. Clearly, you know, I'm from Love and Hip Hop, and there's people in there that when I seen them, like, no offense, like, but you know, like they listen to country, not hip hop.
Right.
So it was like, it was just the cross, just knowing like that I'm about to like, you know, be introduced to like their fan base, and then they're gonna be introduced to my fan base.
Yeah.
So it was like just the differentiation of like cultures.
Right. Were there people that you gravitated to? It seems like you two got along.
Yes.
Yes. I wasn't sure, because Bobby
Right.
come on strong.
Right.
Real strong.
All the black people stay together now.
You see, I can't.
No, but I was cool with Omarosa.
Yeah.
New York, you.
Yeah.
And then everyone else I was cool with too, but it was like I wasn't baking cookies with them.
Yeah.
I wasn't you know, we smoking
Right.
up.
So what was it like, the black eye contact, like where you could kind of speak without speaking? You guys were having like
We
a
had a
certain
few
energy.
No, we had a few moments. I actually have strong relationships with everyone, you know.
I like Corinne. Corinne is black too.
Yeah.
Corinne is a black girl.
I would
and,
say Johnny Bananas is,
and a
but
white-
okay.
She's down. No,
Yeah,
Corinne is she's a
Johnny
down
too,
girl.
though.
Yes.
Johnny too.
Yeah.
So honestly, and that was the closest person I was
Right.
with in the house,
Wow.
Johnny Bananas, and a duo that was so unexpected. I
Right.
did not expect that. But aside from Johnny Bananas, definitely me and Bobby were tight.
Yes.
I didn't come here to make friends. I came here to make money
Yeah.
and win. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But these
Okay.
two loved, and
Yes.
they couldn't be two of the most different people I have ever. Like I
Literally.
would have never thought.
Hilarious.
Yes, but it was
Literally.
dope.
So now, I've been watching you from day one.
Yes, thank you.
Day one.
Thank you, sis.
I love you.
Oh,
and I
thank you.
always have felt like there's some type of justice behind your reads.
Yes.
Like it comes from a place of like, and I just feel that as a Capricorn, I just feel that.
Oh, you're Capricorn, I'm a Virgo, okay?
Okay, yeah.
So we see.
Earth signs. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Earth signs.
Yes.
See.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
in the trailer, when we see you calling somebody a slithery, slimy snake, was it justified, and why?
Listen, I tell everyone, and if you have been following me for a while, if you know, I don't poke the bear. As big as I am, I let you poke me, and then I used to say that I'm not a bad girl, but if I wait till you come at me sideways, then I pop off. So everything is justified. I don't go around causing trouble. I am too old for that. I'm a whole mother. You understand? But if you bring it, pop off is right there.
Now, Bobby, I have been watching you two since season 1 of your show, and okay, you are definitely a pot stirrer. But I don't take you as someone who goes around looking for trouble and
No.
wanting to be. Would you say that your villainous title is more misunderstood?
It is. I'm a misunderstood fun villain. But you know, I will say this: after doing the show, I now gladly claim, you know, being a villain. I mean, you know, I'm a certified villain now. House of
Totally.
Villains,
Certified.
right? But yeah, I definitely don't go around just looking. I think what it is when like people seek advice or people come or I'm finding myself in the midst. I just gotta be in the midst of something. I just, you know, I like to, but she said, you know, I just, it brings more umph and spice to life, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But you know, my intentions are good, and that is just, I think that's what it matters.
Going into this experience for both of you, were there any stigmas or preconceived notions about yourself that you were looking to break?
I have big major trust issues. I was very concerned on how I would interact with people. Were they gonna touch my stuff? Were they gonna touch my bed? Throw my mattress in the pool, like Bad Girls Club? Like all these things are coming back to me because I'm now in the house with all these different people. So
I did kind of touch your mattress.
I know you did. Don't talk to me.
I switched mattresses.
He sure did, and I popped off. I lost it. You see?
Oh, you was already stirring the pot.
I told you.
I mean, this was later on. I just needed. It looked like her mattress was more
comfy.
Oh, I already know.
I don't know.
Because you don't play with her mattress. She
Exactly.
told us that last time.
Exactly.
I mean, I think that's why I chose it.
I know.
No, now that I think about it, I took it to the extreme.
You did. You really did. And I really went off.
I thought you was going to kill me.
Yes.
No.
I left.
I didn't think nothing because you were never, I didn't want you to know. You were never going to know.
Yes, but Shake
Someone
was so
snitched.
adamant. Yeah, Shake was so adamant that it wasn't him. He tried to pin it on somebody else.
So now coming out of this experience, what would you say was the biggest revelation about yourself, about working with others, that you got out of this?
Me? Okay. You want to go?
I mean, just really quick, I would just say that I can actually live and coexist with other people in the house.
Yeah.
I didn't have no door in my room. We have no doors in the rooms.
Yeah.
To take the doors off, and then there's like, no privacy.
Yeah.
Being filmed 24/7, literally.
Yes, literally.
Every angle, wherever you walk. So I just learned that I can probably do another show like this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm probably done. This is probably the end of my reality era. Really? Yeah, I know I'm giving y'all that exclusive. Yeah, yes. Like I think, yeah, bro. I want to like
you want to be a
businesses.
host.
I want to be a host and I want to be a mom. I want to focus on hosting, running businesses, and being a mom. I love this. I mean, listen. I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. Prices are crazy. The right opportunity comes, I might entertain it. But as of now, I think this is such a big bang for me. I could sign off here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's House of Villains, baby.
Yeah.